Alright. Is this thing on? What is up, guys? This is Cobb, and welcome to the Lady Noelle Fusion event calendar. We're going to be breaking this one down, pointing out some events that you definitely don't want to miss, as well as all kinds of warnings to do with potential sacred shard pulls and some added value you could get during this Fusion event calendar, man. So, first and foremost, we always like to break down the kind of basic resources you want to have prepared on your account, or get prepared very, very quickly, like in the next 24 hours, if you are looking to get involved in this Fusion. First is going to be gems, about 1,000, makes it pretty safe that you can get on through and buy all of the energy refills you need to clear out the Dungeon Divers events. We've also got about 25 million silver is good to have in the purse to get through the artifact enhancement events, of course. This is bearing in mind that you're probably going to be earning quite a lot of silver throughout the event chains as well. And then, because it's also a classic fusion, you're going to be collecting 16 rare champions, fusing all of those up into those epics, and of course, you're going to take a lot of Ascendance potions to get that done as well. It's a Magic Affinity rare champ, it's a Void Affinity epic, and so 160 lessers, 64 greater potions for the rares, as you can see, and 80 greaters and 24 superior Void potions to fully ascend up those epic champions, man. So those are your baseline resources. Now, when it comes to actually the big spends throughout the Fusion event calendar, if I just go ahead and pen these in, actually just a couple of Dungeon Divers events. 2 Dungeon Divers events in total, unless I'm blind, which I'm not. These are going to be your biggest energy spends, where you're probably going to be spending the bulk of your gems on things like energy refills as and when required. And of course, you're going to be trying to overlap these Dungeon Divers events as much as you can with any dungeon tournaments that are going on at the time. But I would kind of fast forward a little bit and pen in the other resources you're going to be needing for the summon events in particular. So we've got the Champion Chase tournament coming up. We've literally got, I think, is the Ancient Shard pulling event still active right now? Maybe it ended yesterday, I'm not sure. Basically, we've had a 2x Ancient Shard pulling event extremely recently, might have even just ended like a few hours ago, at the time I'm shooting this video. And so we can basically bank on the fact that there is not going to be a 2x Ancient Shard pulling event for this Champion Chase tournament. I'd recommend having your pairs about 60 or 70 Ancients to help you get through this event. Depends what events go live at the same time as this Champion Chase tournament. There might be something like a 2x for Void Shards might show up during this Champion Chase tournament as well. I just say be very, very, very economical with all of your shards to be ready for this one. This one could actually sneak up on people a little bit if you're not careful. And then we have the Sacred Shards, right? We've actually got 2 Summon Rush events, one all up and up the top right here, and then a second Summon Rush objective for if you just pull a whole bunch more Sacred Shards, usually it's like 4 or 5 more Sacreds, you can then push your rewards a bit further and just grab one of the epics outright and make it so that, suddenly you need a lot less potions, there's a lot less champion training to do, and all of that good stuff, right? So, why is this so important? Why is this pertinent to note? Dudes, for the past couple of years, there have always been, 2022 and 2023, there have always been 2x Sacred Shard pulling events in December, right? During the Christmas period, during the winter period. And now, while there was a 2x Sacred Shard quite recently, there was a 2x Everything Shard quite recently, because it was the Black Friday event chain, right? So every single shard, every resource in the game had like a 2x event active at the same time. So that almost doesn't count, okay? And that was back in like the end of November. Anyway, we are well due a 2x pulling event for our Sacred Shards. And I'm wondering, man, it could show up during the Summon Rush. That feels like it might be a little bit too nice of Raid, a little bit too nice of Plarium, right? Because then everyone's just going to pull all their Sacreds during the Summon Rush and job done, What I think might happen is that the 2x Sacred Shard event might show up during the Champion Chase tournament instead. Because generally speaking, your Sacred Shards are best pulled during Summon Rush, and so you got to be careful about this, man. Again, I'd say be very, very economical with your shards. Hopefully the 2x Sacred Shard event shows up during the Summon Rush. That would be great. I've got a sneaking suspicion, though, that it could show up during the Champion Chase tournament. Point is, hold your Sacred Shards, be economical with them, and expect the 2x Sacred Shard event to show up somewhat soon, because, it's on the horizon. A final note on that would be, dude, I might be just having diamond hands with my Sacred Shards on my free-to-play account. This is like the warning side of things, where if you're only sitting on 4 or 5 Sacreds, your account is very early game, right? Sacreds are very, very, very difficult to come by. Dude, on my free-to-play account, I might not even pull my sacreds during the 2x. I might just hold them anyway. I'm willing to hold my sacreds for another 2 or 3 months if I have to wait until the next fragment fusion event comes by, you know, and be hyper patient with them. On my main account, though, of course, I'm going to be pulling the hell out of these suckers, right? Anyways, let's talk about how the events are going to be overlapping, what you should be farming each day. So right now on day 1, yeah, finite tournament starts, but it's not exactly what you want to see. You're going to be farming the finite tournament until the Dungeon Divers event has also begun, right? So this is going to be a prime time right here to hit Dungeon Divers, and Dungeon Divers also continues on into Spider Tournament as well. And so when Spider Tournament launches on the 19th, it's time to blammer, it's time to blast, it's time to push the Dungeon Divers event to its max rewards right here. And yeah, make sure you're hitting all of your Spider Tournament rewards as well. Very, very smoothly indeed. Though there is a little bit of overlap here as well between the Spider Tournament and the Dungeon Divers event, just in case you don't quite get things done in the Spider Tourney. And that's basically all there is for Dungeon Divers. Again, unless I'm blind, which I don't believe I am. What we actually do have is multiple champion training events, man. But before I forget, yeah, day 1 right now, 16th, going into the 17th a little bit. Right here, where we are right now, it's just going to be a whole lot of champion training. I recommend you spend a lot of time, you know, farming campaign 12, spending a lot of time in the tavern, using your brews on your food champions, ranking guys up. Hopefully you've got a lot of food champions prepared and ready to rock and roll, and you can just get through most of this champion training event, or at least just pick up the rare champion as you go. On this day 1, going into day 2, and then you can switch on over to the dungeon farming. But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and switch color real quick, because honestly, champ training event should be blasting that one right here. But then we have another champion training event, or rather a champion training tournament, kind of smack bang in the middle of the fusion. And when do you want to be farming this exactly? So Dungeon Divers event trickles right onto Ice Golem. This is rough. This is rough. So you actually want to be blasting this, you actually want to be blasting this champion training tournament right here. This is the time, man. So really, you want to get your Spider Tournament done before the next Dungeon Divers event starts right here, would be my recommendation, and then blast the hell out of champion training before the Ice Golem tournament begins, which is down here, right? And so there's gonna be a hell of a lot of champ training going on, which might be an extra consideration to just pull more sacred shards if you've got them lying around, to just get the epic champ secured, and then you can look to skip like 2 or 3 of these events quite comfortably, you know. You also might just want to pull the extra sacreds, by the way, and just get the free epic champion, just because it's the Christmas period, man. What, you want to be sitting there on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, just blasting raid, making just that you get a fusion done. You might just want to take those days a little easier, man. So I can see a lot of people pulling extra sacreds and just trying to get the epic champion for the sake of keeping their personal lives intact, man. Anyways, man, towards the end of the event chains, down here we've got the final champion training event down here as well. And yeah, I mean, I guess you're just completing this one at your leisure. I can see this as being the champ training event where a lot of people are just training up all of their rare champions that they've picked up and ascending up all of their rare champions and stuff like that. Yeah, and finishing the goddamn fusion. Now, it's also important to note as well that you probably want to just go ahead and fuse Lady Noelle, like, right here, if you can, like towards the end of the fusion, while the champion training event is still active. While the champion chase tournament is still active, because you're just gaining a free legendary on your account. It's going to get you all kinds of champion chase tournament points, and so you might as well fuse her while the fusion is still active, right? You might want to hold on to her for future CVC and stuff like that, but bear in mind, news has come out that the CVC that's going active like tomorrow or on the 17th, depending on when you're watching this video, it's going to be a personal rewards CVC, and there is not going to be a CVC after tomorrow's Clan vs. Clan until the middle of January. There's going to be a 1-month break, a 1-month hiatus in CVCs. So, I don't know, man. You probably just want to go ahead and fuse the champion towards the end of this event's chain. Oh, a final thing to sort of note with this as well, before I forget, is the classic arena takedowns. There are only 2 of them during this fusion event calendar, and so that's nice, because honestly, they're just a little bit of a slog. They're very, very easy to get done. They're just a little bit of a pain. They're just like a grind, you know. There's only 2 of them. The first one actually begins on the 21st of December, and the second is right towards the very end of the chain as well. So yeah, just make sure that you're hitting those. Make sure that of course, you're not missing any of the artifact enhancement events if you can. No reason to. Easy free rewards. Even if you do get the epic champion from the Summon Rush event, I'd still say just do the arena takedowns anyway. Do the artifact enhancements anyway. Those are some of the easier events. And so why the hell would you not, man? Anyways, do let me know down below if you are going to be going for Lady Noelle. I'll tell you for free, I ain't going for it on my free-to-play account. I'm going to go for it on the main account, because why would I not, right? I've got the resources lying around to get it done. Amen. Speaking of the free-to-play account, if you're looking to join me on my free-to-play adventure, the best possible way you can do that is by signing up to Raid using my beginner promo link down below at the top of the video description box. People have been having all kinds of problems recently with like Raid beginner sign-up links. It's not just my links. Apparently everybody's having this issue where links just work like half the time randomly. I hope that Plarium fixes that kind of soon. Works for some people. Doesn't work for others. Hopefully it works for you, because it's an incredible beginner start for free champions, including Karato as your starter, Champ as a legendary option. Yeah, make sure to download Raid using that beginner link at the top of the video description box, using the Google Chrome browser for the highest success rate from what I've seen. Complete the tutorial, make your new account, good stuff, and you'll have Karato waiting for you in your inbox. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all did enjoy this one. Let me know down below if you are going for this fusion, and I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man.